Hi guys, good evening. Sorry that this video was not dropped earlier because I've been a little bit busy with resumption and school and everything. I did this yesterday, but like the video didn't really make much sense because I was very sleepy when I was doing the recording, so I decided to re-record again. And let's hope that this explanation is a little bit better than the one that I did yesterday in the original video. So first off, I'm just going to go over basically what I touched in the last video. I created the post model, the profile, first name, last name, the body, picture, likes, comments, counts. This created. If you noticed in the last video, it is def dunder dunder str. I changed this to int. I would explain why I changed it to int. And then the comments, same thing, I changed it to int. And then the like, I said I was going to add this so that we can know the people that liked a particular post. So serializers, pretty much the same thing. I added this. Also, I'll be explaining why I added it. So let us dive into the views, which is basically the main parts of what we'll be discussing today. So the first view is the create post view. We have our swagger auto schema methods post. Basically, this is just to tell the documentation what fields should be returned to the user for accepting data from the user. So basically, the request body is create post serializer. If you go to create post serializer, you can see its body and picture. So what swagger auto schema will do is that it is going to a post method, and it is going to ask from the user the body and the picture, that okay, these are the two fields that I require from you for this endpoint that will pass into this place. So create post request, user equals to request the user to check the user that is logged in. Profile equals to get objects or 404 profile, mapping the profile of the profile instance with the current user that is logged in. Then we proceed to use the create post serializer like I showed you guys earlier, body and picture. We do data equals to request the data, meaning that it is requesting for body and picture from the user. Then it checks if the what we have passed in, what we have accepted from the user is valid with this line. Serializer dot is valid. Serializer dot is valid this line, and if it is not valid, it should raise an exception. That is what this does. Then validated data, I extracted validated data because I wanted to save it in a different way. Normally what I would have done is just serializer.save, but then we won't have passed in the first name, the last name, and other fields. So first name first, the profile, this variable is holding the profile instance of this currently logged in user. So we have to get the profile, the first name, we're passing it to this first name variable. Last name, profile, the last name. The likes, it's a new post, so it should be 0. Comments count, new post, it should be 0. Dates created, time zone dot now. Time zone dot now is imported from Django.utils. It is different from datetime. Time zone is basically like a representation of the current logged in user's time zone, like where they are accessing the site from. So if the person is in Brazil, he uses the Brazil time zone. If it is daytime is just time zone naive. So it's just like whatever basically whatever the time zone of the developer is, that is what it will return to the user. So then post, the post fields, what do we have in our post? The attributes of the post class. Profile, we pass that in. First name, last name, all of these fields we come here. First name, last name, the likes, comment count, dates created, and then the two fields that we collected from the user, which is the body and the picture. We just append it here using this star star validated data. We save it, and then we return the success message to the user, telling them that okay, their new post has been created. The next endpoints that I created is the comment endpoints. Same swagger auto schema methods post request body create comment serializer. What's the create comment serializer? It accepts the posts, and that is the post that you are replying to. The body, what you want to reply to that particular post. Picture if you want to add the picture, and then the parent. This parent basically is this. I explained it in the last video. That's if you want to reply to a particular comment, like okay, a comment has been made under a post and then you want to reply to that particular comment. That is what we use this parent for, referring to itself, models of foreign key back to this itself. So yeah, that field is nullable. That means it can be null and it can be blank. That's if you are not replying to a particular comment and you're just replying to a particular post. That is what we use parents for. Then serializer, the primary key related field, I would explain why I used this. Well, it didn't actually work. That is why I changed this to int. So I can remove it if I want to, but for now I'll just leave it there. I'm lazy like that. Anyways, comments, request, user equals to request or user profile, getting the profile instance of the particular user that is logged in, serializer, accepting the data from the user. So if the user, the two main fields that the user must always pass in into a comment is the body, what you want to reply, what's like you want to reply to the post, and the post that you are replying to. So these are the two main fields that must be passed into it. So um reason why I changed this whole part, I already explained it up in the previous parts, like validated data, first name, last name, because we need all those also for comments. Now the reason why I changed this to int and int was previously we were using def donder str donder um yeah, actually it's meant to be donder means double underscore. So this is just one donder when you think about it in a way. One donder, this is the second donder. So def donder int donder self. Before we were using str, then we're doing return self dot body. Now what I realized was that by using self dot body, whenever a user passes in the id of the particular post that they are trying to reply to, and we extract it with this validated data post, whenever a user passes it in to that, it translates that id to the string representation of the class. So let's say id2 of posts, the body is new post. When I pass in id2, it is not going to take id2 and assign it to this post id variable. Instead, it is going to assign new body into this post id. And what we need post id for, this post endpoint, what we need it for, yeah, sorry, in this post is a foreign key. A foreign key does not accept string, it accepts id. So if we are passing in new body into the foreign key, it is going to return an error. So that is why I changed from str to int. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. Maybe I'll make more research, but I don't know. But that solved that problem. So basically that's why I have this as int and return self.id. So if I pass in id2, it's going to return id2 into this post id variable, and then we can now go into the comments. Basically, if we are replying to a comment under a comment, if we are replying to just the post, this whole block of code I will break it down to the best, not to the best of my knowledge, because I understand it, but I'll try and make you guys understand what I was doing. So first, before I get into that, with transaction.atomic. Now what is transaction.atomic? Transaction.atomic is basically like the whole line of code that is under this width block. It is going to run everything together. Now the way functions work is basically it takes a code line by line. That is the way functions work. Now in a situation where, let's say, you do post or comment counts, you increase it, and then you do post.save post, and if post.save is not um if post.save is not down here and post.save is up here after this post or comment count, and you do post or comment count plus equals to 1, and we do post.save, and then happen and there was an error during the rest of the running of this program, this post or comment count would have increased, but there's an error here, meaning that there's a possibility that the comment itself did not save, but the comment count increased. Now that will cause database integrity issues, considering the fact that now we have 6 comments. Let's say we had 5, the comment count previously was 5, and then it had already increased to 6, but the comments under the post, when you count it by yourself, it's 5. That is poor database integrity. But with transaction.atomic, this is imported from .django.db import transaction. Basically it runs everything together. So in a situation where there's an error somewhere, if there's an error somewhere, every previous change that had been made before that error occurred will be reversed, meaning that there is not going to be like a database integrity issue where what you are seeing is different from what you actually have. So that's what transaction.atomic does. I think that is a pretty much fair explanation to how it works. Then we get into this: post equals to get object of 404, mapping the post to the post id. If we use if I didn't change the int, if I left it at str, this post id would be if the post the body was new post, it will be passing new post into id, querying it, and that is just going to return, error. So that's why I changed str to int. Then what do we do after we've gotten the post instance that the person is replying to? So we first increment the comment count of the post, that okay, increase the comment count. Basically that is the amount of comments that is under that post. Then we proceed to do uh if block, an if block. So what does this if block stand for? Basically it is checking, that is, if parents invalidated data and validated data parents. Basically it is checking that okay, if the request body contains parents and there is also parents in what the user has sent to us. That means if the user is telling us that okay, I am replying to a particular comment in your website, that is what I'm trying to say with this if parents invalidated data and validated data parents. So basically if the user passes it in that okay, I am not replying to a post with this comment endpoint, I am replying to a comment under a post, then we have to now get okay, what comment are you replying to? Then we do parent id validated data parents. Then we now get the comment object of that the user is replying to, using this comment equals to get object of 404 comment id equals to parent id. Then we also increase the comments, the reply count, then we save it. Then we now proceed to do further checks. So first thing that we want to check is okay, let's say I go to a particular this two blocks of code. Basically it is for when you are replying to a comment under a post, not when you are replying to a post. So let's say I now want to I'm a user, I'm user A, you are user B. User B created a post and I, user A, I want to go and reply to that person's post. We need to do what? We need to send a notification to user B that okay, person, that's user A, has replied to your post. That is for this line of code, but this is a little bit more complex. Now if, like I was saying, I am user A, so profile is A. Let me just put this here, I'll clear it after I'm done. Profile is A, post or profile is B. Now if you, user B, created a post and a person should reply to a comment under your post, what we want to do is to send you a notification saying that okay, profile, which is this, replied to a comment, the comment that the person is replying to on your post, and then it sends you what the person replied with this next line is going to break it to the next line and show what the person replied with the validated data body that we are accepting from the user. Now if peradventure I if profile A is not profile A and profile B and profile A is actually profile B, that means the person that is replying and the person that made the post, they are the same person. It wouldn't make any sense sending a notification to the person that okay, person replied to a comment under your own post. It's just like okay, profile A made a post, profile B made a comment, then profile A is now replying to profile B comment under profiles A post. I don't think that's confusing. So profile A made a post, profile B made a comment, profile A is replying to profiles B comment under profiles A post. So like you're replying to a comment under your post, if we don't do this check, a notification is going to be sent to profile A that okay, you replied to somebody's comments under your post, and that doesn't make any sense. Sending a notification to a person that okay, you just replied to a comment under your post, that does not make any sense. We only want to send a notification to the person that made the comments that okay, the person that made the post has replied to your comment under his post, and that is what this second line does. But we've not gotten here, we are still on this part. Let me highlight it, we are still on this part. So after we've now checked that okay, profile A and profile B are two different people, that means the person that is replying is not the same person as the person that made the post. That means we can now further go down and check. Then we now check again if post or profile is not equals to comment or profile. So if post or profile, that is the person that made the post, is not equals to also the person that replied to a comment. Remember, we are replying to a comment under this person's post. Now imagine if profile A made a post, profile A made a comment. Naturally a notification will not be sent to profile A that okay, you just replied to your own post. Profile A made a post and profile A made a comment, then profile B now comes to reply to profiles A comments. Now if this line of code is not here, I commented it out, if this line of code is not here, a notification will be sent to profile A that profile B replied to your comments under your post. Does that make any sense? No. That is what this line is here to do. It is basically checking that okay, if the person that made the post and the person that made the comment are the same set of people, do not do this. That is um equals to, then we'll now have like pass, like PASS, sorry, PASS. Oh, some cap locks. PASS. Basically, we will have this, but instead I used not equals to make it a little bit easier. So that means if the person that made the post and the person that made the comments are not the same, is not the same person. That means if profile A made the post, profile B made the comment, and profile C is coming to reply to profiles B comments under profiles A post, send a notification to profile A saying that okay, profile C replied to profiles B comments on your own posts, and that is the only notification that will be sent. Now peradventure that this line was not here and we have a situation where profile profile B comes to reply to profiles A comments under profiles A post, a notification will be sent saying that profile B replied to your profiles A comment under profiles A post. Then another notification will now also be sent again to profile A in this place saying that profile B replied to your comments. Do we want that? We do not want that. We would rather just send one notification to the person saying that okay, profile B replied to your comments, and that is why this is here. So if this has been checked that profile B, if you guys can hear the background noise, I'm sorry, a Champions League match is going on. um I'm not interested in that for now. If I lost track of what I was saying. So let me go back a bit. So basically, if what we're trying to say is that if the person that made the post and the person that made the comment are not the same person, then send a notification to them saying that okay, comment profile, like I said earlier, that okay, profile C has replied to a comment under your post, and that is the only notification that will be sent. And since the person that made the comment is not the same person that made the post, this notification will not be sent to them. Then we now further come down here. So if the person that is making the comments, I believe this has been explained. So basically we first check if the person that made the comments, the person that this new comment that is about to be sent into the database is not equal to the person that made the post. We check that. Then we also now check if the person that made the post and the person that made the comment are not the same set of people. Then you can now send this notification that okay, profile C replied to profiles B comment under profiles A post, which is your post. You will now send it to the person that made the post that okay, so this is what so happened under your post. But if this line of code is not here, the notification will be sent firstly saying that okay, profile B reply to profile A comments under profile A post. That is if this line is not here, checking if the person that made the comment and the post are not the same person. Then it will now also come down here again, and since the person that if since profile B is different from profile A, it will still come down here and then send a notification to the person telling the person that okay, your comment has been replied to, even though a notification has been sent earlier saying that okay, a comment has been replied to under your post. Do we want that? We do not want that. So this helps us to check that okay, post or profile not equals to comment or profile. That means the person that made the post and the person that made the comments, they are not the same set of people. So we have three different categories. Profile is A, profile is A, profile is A, post or profile is B, and comment or profile is C. Three different people this notification will be sent. Even in the situation where a person that made the post and the person that made the comments sent is the same set of people, we would just nullify this, but we'll just come down here and tell them that okay, your comment has been replied to. We don't need to tell them that your comment under your post has been replied to. That doesn't make any sense. So capish, capish. And then we come down here, if profile not equals to comment or profile, the comment that we are replying to, if I'm not the one that made the comment that I'm replying to, don't send me a notification. But if I'm the person, if the let me rephrase, if I'm the one that made the comment that I am replying to, don't send me a notification. But if I'm not the one that made the comment that I'm about to reply to, send the person that made the comment a notification saying that okay, I just replied to their comments. This is what this line does. If profile not equals to comment or profile, that is the comments you are replying to that we got from here. Remember this. If the person profile that we got from here not equals to the person that made the comments, send the person that made the comment a notification that I just replied to their comments. I think that makes sense. And then if a situation where we are not replying, remember this whole block of code is if um, we are replying to a comment under a post. But if the situation exists where we are not replying to a comment under a post and we are just replying to the post directly, what do we do? Simple, we just check that okay, the person that is about to reply and the person that made the post, are they the same people? If they are the same person, don't send a notification to the person again that okay, you just reply to your own post. But if they are different people and it is this person that made the comments and this person that if it's this person that made the post and it's this person that is replying, send the person that made the post that okay, somebody replied to your post. That is what this line of code does. I hope I've not been able to confuse you guys. I hope I've broken it down the best way that I can. Then after all the comments notification, all the comments sending, comment notification by the way is this is what comment notification is. Basically just takes in the post that you are replying to, takes in the comments that you are replying to. If you are replying to a comment, the title, which at the back end is formatted, and then if it has been read. And I also made another change to it. Basically we want to filter, if we want to get notifications, basically we want to only see notifications that we've not read. So what I added to the filter is okay, the person that owns the notification, and also the set of notifications that have not been read. Read equals to false. If read is equals to true, it will not be passed here even if the person owns the notification. So we are filtering for like based on two conditions. Firstly, check the notifications that okay, the person that made the post and the person that owns the notification is equals to the person that is logged in. And also check if the person has not viewed the notification before. If the person has viewed the notification before, do not return it. But if the person has not returned it, that means it's a new notification. Same thing for the get comment notification. Profile equals to profile, red equals to false. Back to this, and then we just do create a new comment from the extracted validated data. Profile equals to profile, first name, last name, likes, reply count, then the validated data, that is the body, the post, the parent, and the picture if they return it. And yeah, this exception is from the transaction atomic. Basically try and accept block of code down, tracing it back here. So basically it checks if this doesn't fail, if the with transaction dot atomic doesn't return any error, just return this response that okay, HTTP 201 created, that is your status code. But if there's an error, return the error, return response error, then it tells us the type of error, and 400 the bad request. So yeah, I think this is a better YouTube video than yesterday. I did this with clear eyes, not with the sleepy, not with the sleepy I know it's called sleepy eyes. I know it's called sleepy eyes, but not with a fatigued brain basically, but with clear eyes. I hope the explanation is clear enough. If you guys don't understand it, please drop it in the comments. If I have to draw a diagram to explain what I just did in this code, I do not mind doing it. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Peace out. See you guys in the next video. Yeah.